tried to do me.
Yeah. I got a praise report. 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 Testimony time. I got a praise report. Glory, hallelujah, joy is mine. I got a praise report. I got a praise report. I got a praise report. You got a praise report. Everybody got a praise report. Testimony time. I got a praise report. Glory, hallelujah, joy is mine. I got a praise report.
Yeah, I got a praise report. Running my talent, God thank you for it. And I got his full support. Gentlemen ways, they opening doors. Dropped all these blessings ahead, it's yours. Gave me all that I've been praying for. Didn't know if you could hear me, doubted him a bit. He ain't sitting on my face. Look, turn nothing into something. That's what
I was enjoying that song.
Okay, me too.
I was kind of turned up a little bit.
I was like, ooh. Giggity.
Tiny on one today, bro.
She is too high. You know what it is? I'm happy that we're all together. It's been a minute.
That's true.
That's a shot at me.
That's true.
It is, but it's okay.
Before we get into the shenanigans, and we're gonna talk about Ish, because you know he likes to do stuff. You know what I mean? Listen. Oh, I like the glasses, brother. By the way, I like the glasses, man.
Thank you, brother.
You.
Oh yeah, he is cute.
Welcome to the Nikeo Files podcast, man. We appreciate y'all. We are Nikeo Music. Thank you so much for being here, man. We are so excited about today's episode. As always, I'm AP, your host, and we have the full gambit of the squad today. And so I'm going to start to my, what does it look like, left? I'm going to start to my right on the screen. The girls are in the middle, and the guys. So we're gonna go to the first girl. The first girl in the middle. Good, little girl.
What's going on here on this podcast?
Apparently, no one,
It's too early. It's too early.
Say your name, little girl.
Just don't go too far. And
Say your name, little girl.
Don't think too much. Hey y'all, it's Tiny. What's up? Oh, it's Tiny and Sunshine. Sorry.
Hey guys. Hey guys, it's Eb. Tiny's on one today.
Tiny on 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
You know what I mean? Hey, let's go to the dude up top. We go to him last. He be missing the action. Let's go to the guy with the new glasses on.
What you got on?
The real King-ish. Yeah, for Shazy.
He look like Tiger Woods right now.
Exactly.
Tiger Woods. He like Tiger Woods.
Bro, let me introduce myself, bro.
Okay, my bad. Yeah.
It's the real Ish, the real King-ish. All black everything.
Yeah. Hey, Big Dookie. What is that?
Can y'all hear me? So I just woke up. I just woke up from my Sunday nap. But it's the biggest one. It's hard for the devil to flush me. You heard?
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
It's hard for the devil to flush him. Okay.
What's going on, y'all?
Can't wipe enough. All right, go.
No.
It's the real King-ish. What's going on? I'm back. I'm making an appearance today.
Thank God.
Jackson has to come on stage. Jackson 5 every now and again.
He saw from all them quarters they was throwing at him.
Quarters, man. They was throwing dollars, sir. Dollars every day.
Oh, your boy is back.
Your boy is back. Hey,
literally.
Real quick. Let's make sure everybody share the pod right now. Look, if you're out there, say what's up to your people, man. Put some in the comments so we can see you out there. We're gonna share the pod right now because I definitely didn't share the pod. So let me share real quick.
Cause you're dusty.
Sharing.
Because you're dusty.
Your hair's uneven. You look dusty.
You're not that cute.
Yipton Zimmerman.
Y'all hear that music?
Yes, I did.
All right. But yeah, today's gonna be a great pod, man. We're excited. We got a special guest that's gonna join us in a little bit. But up until that, man, you got us, the KO Music, man. And of course, before we can say anything else, y'all know what time it is, man. Listen. August 29th. All roads lead to Agape Family Worship Center. If you didn't know, now you know. We are having a brand new concert. It's called The Curtain Call. And so listen, man, we want y'all to make sure. And guess what, y'all? It is free. So I want to make sure y'all go ahead and get y'all tickets right now. Let me start. I'm supposed to have a graphic up, and I ain't do it yet. Hold up. Let me make sure I put the graphic together. Y'all can go ahead and I'm gonna put it in the comments. But please get your tickets. Sign up for your tickets. It's free. It starts at doors open at 6:30 or 6 o'clock ish.
Doors open at 6:30. Showtime is at 7 o'clock. Hey, listen, Nikeo don't do Negro time. We don't. So please be on time because you're gonna miss stuff. You're gonna miss stuff. Hey, before we get into stuff, I want to shout out Fanny. In case y'all don't know, she's gonna be headlining the concert. I don't know if y'all saw the flyer. Go on the page and check out the flyer, but you know, it's time that we give her her just due, give her her roses while she can smell them. So she'll be headlining the concert. If y'all want to see Fanny, is she gonna be featuring Nate the Great? Y'all want to come through, check out the Nikeo concert.
Sure. You're gonna have praying hands.
Hey, we got Big Dookie and then Zaylen Lil Dookie. So we gotta make sure that she So if y'all see Ed pop off the stream, you already know what it is. Lil Dookie is doing what she do.
Lil Dookie got some stomach troubles today.
Listen, man, thank y'all so much, man, for streaming with us, y'all. I see y'all on IG. What's going on, IG family? Mary, we miss you too. I see your comment right there. And yeah, man, today's gonna be a great day. We talking about, of course, the Curtain Call concert, but of course we are talking hot topics. And what other topic can we talk about, y'all? We would be crazy if we didn't mention the New York Knicks today. So if you're a New York Knicks fan, shout out to the New York Knicks. Y'all finally did it. You finally won. I'm happy for you.
We need some applause.
Yeah, I hear some sound effects or something. Make it
clap.
Wait, did you just clap? It's crazy.
I think that's what you said.
What did you say? Make it clap?
What said? Just make it clap.
No,
I can make it rain.
Aaron said, "Let's make it clap."
Let's make it rain. I can do that.
Hey,
y'all are crazy.
Nah, listen, bro. Listen to this. Shout out to all the Knicks fans, man. Knicks win a championship, man. Who's a Knicks fan here?
Nobody.
Well, we know Butch not a Knicks fan.
Hey, we a team, Butch.
LA, man. Stop playing with me.
I hate these fake fans. It would be a Dallas fan that would, and there'll be a Dallas and a daggone
take
Laker.
your time.
I know. I'm trying to do too much at once.
That word was chewing you up.
I'm still trying to share the stream, put banners up, and I'm talking at the same time.
That word had him in the headlock.
It's okay. It's all right.
With it.
Yo, shout out to all the Knicks fans. My boy is a huge Knicks fan. This joker, I FaceTimed last night. He just screaming.
Shout out to John McClure. He was outside at the Knicks watch party. He was going crazy last night. He went live in the streets of New York. He was out there acting like a hooligan. Shout out.
So he's the one that burnt the bus.
It might have been.
John.
He might have been
John.
doing pull-ups on the light.
Wow, John.
Street
places on Sunday and burning on Saturday. That's crazy.
He was the one fading up them Spurs fans. You know what I mean? Like,
that's what I'm about to say. He better be glad he ain't have the Spurs jersey on.
He was the one that threw the egg at Wemby's head.
Yeah.
I knew I seen somebody 5'1" throwing punches. I knew I seen.
No.
What y'all think about Wemby's conduct though, man? Like, all right, so I was watching the series and he definitely was doing some questionable actions on the court. He definitely seemed like a dirty player. But beyond that, like, I don't know, like, how y'all feel about his conduct as far as like his interviews post game and all of that? Like, I was talking with my man and I said, like, you gotta give him some grace because he's young, like he's 22. But everybody treats him like
22.
Some grown man who supposed to have his emotions under control. He's 22 years old.
I think he did pretty
good.
Supposed to have his
Not only is he 22, but he 22 and lost 4-1.
Yeah.
Yo,
not only that, he's 22. He's 22, lost 4-1, and if he was Draymond Green, he'd have been thrown out a lot of games.
For sure.
The boy is talented. He got elbows and long. He's 7'4". He got a long torso, everything, bro. He move his arm, he elbowing somebody. So,
nah, he be doing stuff.
He was doing it on purpose.
Can I ask this question? Would Tim Duncan do the same thing though?
He ain't Tim Duncan.
Never.
I don't ever remember Tim Duncan being.
Tim never played dirty. He never played dirty. I watched him his whole career.
Never.
No.
Never played dirty, bro. You find Tim. Go on YouTube and find something that Tim Duncan did dirty.
No, I'm purely asking because I don't know. I'm really asking, but to me, Tim Duncan seemed like one of them players that he may not have been crazy dirty, but Tim Duncan didn't care though. When you was on that court, he really didn't care.
No, Tim Duncan was. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You go.
Tim Duncan was the most fundamentally sound big man to play the game. So it's hard to be dirty when you fundamental. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what they call him, a big fundamental. He played his position. And back then, you talking about the 90s and early 2000s, they had hard fouls. Those fouls that they getting now wouldn't be considered flagrant fouls back then.
They was letting them play back then.
Yeah, they let him play. Like he wasn't a dirty player like Wemby did Brunson, take it back his neck and throw him on the ground. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't that. Tim wasn't that.
Gotcha.
I mean, there was a lot of dirty plays though.
You remember when KG pushed Duncan in the back of the head? Y'all missed that one? Yo, he mushed him in the back.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I saw that on the floor.
Yeah,
I remember that.
But shout out to the Knicks, man. Knicks won the championship, man. Y'all, I'm excited for y'all. I know it's a long time coming, man. 53 years, they said.
I just want to say this to New York, to all my New York people. It took some Jersey boys to help you do it, though.
It's
that
true.
Big Cat, baby. Pause. Big Cat.
And Jalen.
And Jalen, he's from Jersey, too.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Wow.
Now, let me tell you this. Jalen Brunson has always been a winner, man.
Yeah, Villanova, high school, everything. He won at every single level.
He's always been a winner.
Yeah, he won at every single level.
Every level he won.
Shout out to all the Knicks fans, man. Y'all going hard in the streets right now, man. But it is exciting in the city.
It's well deserved. It's well deserved.
I'll be
not burning down the city.
I'll be there on Thursday at the parade.
They crazy outside.
They wild, man.
Going to the parade, bro?
Yeah, my boys asked could I go with them, so I said let's do it. So I'll be in the streets on Thursday reporting live.
Your chest?
Huh?
You paying your chest?
Nah, I told him. I said as long as he got my bail money, I'll be all right. We're gonna, I'm going there in a Spurs jersey.
All right. Well, AP won't be on the podcast next week.
AP, it was great talking. It was great talking to you. Great knowing you.
Nice.
I want y'all to put me on the screen at the concert, like on Tupac. With
the Spurs jersey.
With the Spurs jersey. With a ripped up Spurs jersey on the big screen.
We're gonna put you like the Anthony Mackie version of Tupac.
Yo,
this Tupac.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers go get Anthony Anderson to play me on stage, man.
Anthony Mackie version.
Anthony Anderson.
Y'all give it up for
Yo, he the worst Tupac ever, bro.
Yeah, he was the worst. He wasn't worse than Flex when he played Michael Jackson.
No, nobody.
Oh my God.
Nobody tops that. Nobody ever tops that.
Take the kids. I don't want them to see this. Take the kids away.
He looked like
and his explanation for doing the movie is even worse.
Oh no.
He looked like somebody you gonna find on the street saying that he Michael Jackson.
Get the kids out of here. They don't need to see this.
He looked like a serial killer cosplaying as Michael Jackson.
He's like It Clown. Like an It Clown.
No.
Playing Michael Jackson. All right, look. Yeah, man. Shout out to all Knicks fans, man. Y'all, I know it's been a long time coming. Y'all, man. In high school, y'all used to fight in high school because people used to clown the Knicks. And so I appreciate
they about to run us in the ground for the next 10 years.
Oh my God.
We can't say nothing.
Can't say nothing.
Not nothing to not know New Yorker, bro.
Nah.
I don't care what you're talking about. They're gonna throw this in your face.
But one serious note before we move.
Yeah, bro.
Why are they burning down the city? because it's a basketball game, bro.
Wait,
There you go.
It's
They
a
haven't
basketball
won in 53 years.
And what do you expect?
Oh,
All they
Most of
gonna
them
do
people
is
wasn't even
Hey,
alive.
look, if Buffalo win the Super Bowl, I don't know what I'm liable to do.
It's
I'm
coming on
just
here
being
without a
honest
shirt
with
on.
you.
It's gonna be taco
I
meat
might
all
go
over this
streaking, I don't know.
because the Buffalo
go
nipple
streaking.
piercings.
Nisi, come get your
The
husband.
Buffalo nipple piercings.
Yeah, you gonna tell
Oh
me?
no! Oh no!
Hey, look,
Tell me
you
for
know
the first time
I'm
to shut up.
typically reserved. I typically keep my emotions with the lid on the jar. But if Buffalo win the Super Bowl, I don't know. I might.
The problem with them, they ain't gonna be able to go to none of the stores if they burn down tomorrow.
That's a problem. Burn it
Hey,
down.
hey, look. The powers that be, they don't care.
No chopped cheese. Burn out a chopped cheese store.
Burn down Madison Square Garden.
Insurance. We've been trying to
listen.
collect on that insurance forever.
You know what I mean? Listen, we have a special guest. We have a special guest today. Again, Knicks fans, congratulations. But we done with y'all. All right, we done with the conversation. All right, congratulations. See y'all next year. I'm a Brooklyn Net fan, so you know it is what it is.
Are you?
A Brooklyn Net fan. They are from Jersey. That's the only games I could get to when I was a kid.
Come on, Kerry Kittles, Jason Kidd. You know what time it is.
My bad.
Come on.
Sorry, my bad.
Derek Coleman.
Drazen
Petrovic.
Jefferson. You heard?
You know what I mean?
Hey, now you said something. Hey, Donna. Now you said something. Drazen. That's all I'm respecting.
Kenyon Martin. Come on now.
And Jason Kidd.
Kenyon Martin.
All right. Okay.
Put some respect on my New York.
Vince Carter.
Keep it the moving.
He's about to say the New York Knicks.
Vince Carter, I forgot.
Kenny Anderson, come on, man.
You know.
Kenny Anderson. We probably got more money than him right now, but he played on it. Brooklyn Nets.
Oh, terrible. Look, we got a special guest. And y'all need to be on your best behavior because we have royalty in the room.
AP.
Oh,
Right.
He telling everybody else to be on their
It's
best
him. He the drama.
He's the one.
Where is really you?
See, we got company. And you see how y'all do me? We got company.
And
Don't
y'all
do
ain't,
that,
ain't nobody cleaned up. The
Who?
living room dirty.
I put a shirt on for this.
Microwave dirty.
He said I put a shirt on.
Where APSW put a shirt on for this?
You know what I mean?
Y'all almost got tank top and
Ain't
clavicles.
cleaned the streaks out the toilet.
Oh, man.
What is this talking about right now?
Because we got company and y'all ain't cleaned up.
Look, we got company. We're going to behave today. We got company. Look, Tiny, I want you to introduce this amazing person we got coming on pod right now.
I just want to, I don't even know how long we known each other. So I'm going to just say a very long time. This is my sis. Her name is Courtney Anderson. Okay. And before the titles, you know what I'm saying? We was, we go way back. I was eating out her mother's refrigerator. Oh, we know Quinetta. Okay. Ooh, Miss Quinetta. She always had the good stuff rolling in the kitchen. Oh my God.
Always got the kitchen lit.
Quinetta, because if there was no Miss Quinetta, there would not be no Courtney Anderson. So shout out to Miss Quinetta. Yes, but I just want to shout out my sis. Okay. She is licensed clinical social worker. Okay. She is master's degree. She has a master's degree in social work, clinical focus. Okay. We got a bachelor's degree in psychology, minor in communication. I should have just let her tell her own story. Okay. Because girl.
Tiny, you teeing that up good. Like you read all the big words.
Shut up. But no, for real, my sis, I am truly excited. This is going to be a very good conversation. Okay, we are all sitting on the couch today. Okay, and I don't know. Without further ado, ready? Let's cue her up.
There she go. Hey!
I have to say, being backstage and watching y'all is hilarious. AP, I think that you may be the person that needs therapy after the parade. So I think
we said the same thing.
Girl.
Perfect timing.
We told him the
thank
same
you.
thing.
Thank you for the shirt. I appreciate that because I don't want to be traumatized as a guest.
Hey, wait. Courtney,
I really appreciate it.
That was a gift for everybody. This is a gift for everybody.
Thank you.
That's all right.
Hey, yo.
We try to sell some tickets. We try to get tickets sold. But
Hey, you telling him to keep the shirt on. We trying to tell him to take it off. We
y'all want to take it off. Okay, that's a different type of show for me then. I don't know.
You might have to get off and come back.
She's gonna need therapy.
Hey, yo.
It was also funny watching that, like, the ladies were quiet as you guys were shouting out the different sports, and I was like, I'm glad that I came on afterwards because I would have just been the third person, like, just
that's
nodding.
just how it always is.
Yeah, there's only but so much the females can say when sports is being spoken about.
That's on y'all though.
I remember the night.
I started learning sports. You know,
I remember them in Jersey. I remember Jason Kidd. Maybe say anything else.
See, I'll take that.
I mean, the WNBA is live and well.
I do want to see Ellie for the Liberty, the New York.
Oh, she is so funny. Oh my gosh.
Oh, Ellie is hilarious.
Mascot is hilarious. Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna say, if y'all been, please don't rub it in because that'll be my other thing to talk to my clinician about. So,
well, Courtney, thank you so much for joining us today. We're excited to have a great convo with you. We entitled today's episode "The Couch." Because now we have someone here who can actually walk through some stuff with some people. And look, if y'all watching online, we have y'all just not getting advice from us. We want to hear y'all comments in this what am I talking about? We want to see your comments in the comment section because we can ask some questions, we can discuss some stuff, and we want y'all to be a part of the conversation. So make sure y'all drop all your comments and thoughts in the comments. All right, Ish, Tiny, how y'all want to do this? It's on y'all.
All right, well, I'm gonna start because this is my little sis.
Yeah.
And me and Court have had many conversations when I worked at Agape. She spent a lot of time serving at Agape on different auxiliaries, and we've just always. I'm now that I'm thinking back in real time, I'm like, Court probably was like putting me on the couch, so to speak, in them days, because I had no idea that this was the direction she was going to in all the conversations we used to have. But, you know, now that I think back about it, I'm like, yo, this girl really had me like spilling my guts back in the day. And now I see why. So, again, like AP said, welcome to the pod. I guess I'll start with asking you to just tell us a little bit more about your profession, your journey, how you ended up from A to B. Just run it down for us.
No problem. So as Tiny mentions, I am a licensed clinical social worker. I got my master's in social work at Rutgers, and I did not think I was going to be a social worker. Real talk, guys. I was in college, undergrad. I had an advisor my freshman year, and she was talking to me, and she was like, I think you would do social work. So I had got in for psychology with a neuroscience background because I also did not think I wanted to work with people. So I was like, how can I learn about people, help the people, but not actually have to talk and interact with the people? And there's some parts of the songs that you guys had shared where it's like, I think as you start to grow closer in your walk with God, your heart for his people starts to grow bigger too. In preparation for this, I was like, how can I think of it? And it's kind of like the Grinch, where it's like you have a little heart and then it's like it starts to get bigger and bigger. And it's like, man, I could work with this person, talking to them. So my freshman year, my advisor was just like, I think you should go for social work. Like, absolutely, because I'm not taking people's kids. I'm not working at DIFAS, which is the division of Child Protection Services now in New Jersey. I didn't want to do that. I thought that was it. And lo and behold, as I started to do more like research, I took one psychology course and I was like, this is it. This is kind of cool. I took another one. I'm like, okay, I can see myself doing this. And it was funny because the program I was in, they were like, hey, you're not on track. And I was like, I don't think I'm about to be on track at this point. You can take me off that path. And slowly but surely kind of just started to grow more into understanding that like the route was either psychology or social work. Social work for me aligned because I believe that it's not just mental health focused. It's also about social justice, right? And so social work looks at the person, place, and environment. So like systematic oppression, it looks at the way that we become who we are. So like the systems, and that aligned more with me than some of the other fields in mental health. And I kind of just allow God to like just guide me into which direction to go, and it's worked out since then. But had a lot of different things where I'm like, oh, I don't think I would do this. And then he's just kind of charted that territory to step in the unknown.
Right. So I would, before I throw it to Tiny, I would assume that being in your position, what your profession is, you would actually find yourself playing the therapist for a lot of people. A lot of people spending some time in the chair, sitting across from you, spilling their guts. I would assume that. So my question would be, what are some misconceptions about your role as it pertains to therapy? Like your position, even though your education and what your practice is, it positions you to be a therapist, so to speak, but it's not necessarily your title, right? Your work title. But I'm sure, again, you play that position, you play that role a lot of times. So what are some of the misconceptions that you run into with people who you do deal with?
Oh, they think that you want to analyze them right off the jump. Like, talking to me, you're analyzing me, and I'm like, I like getting paid for what I do. Not doing it for free. Also, it's like that with therapy, right? As a job, it's you're I appreciate Tiny for mentioning like the minor in communication, right? Because you're looking at body language, you're talking, you're listening to what people are saying. There's more that goes with you being present than just like sitting and writing things down. I do work of like somatic, so I look at like I just said, like the body language of what people aren't communicating and can pick up on that. Doing that on a day to day, just talking to someone, and so I think that's kind of sometimes a misconception. There's a misconception that like if someone meets you, right, and they're like, "Oh, you're a good vibe. Can you be my therapist?" And I'm like, "Oh, well, we're at the same party and in the same crew, confidentiality." So it's like it doesn't work that way. So it makes it harder. Because I'm like, I wish I could help everybody, but I can't. And so that boundary kind of sometimes comes up where it's like people not knowing how therapy works, or that boundary part.
Okay.
Or like you said earlier when you were like, I think when they hear therapy, they're a therapist, they're like, oh, you want me to open and share everything? And I'm like, actually, no, I'm cool. I'm cool with you keeping it as light as possible. You're fine. But I can help point you to someone that could help you out with that. But
that's the crazy part, because I know, like, I started going to therapy last year. I got a lot of problems. I got things I need to work on. But a lot of my friends that are, you see their faces and they're agreeing without agreeing.
We all got problems. What do you mean?
Keep talking.
But talking to some of my friends who are licensed therapists, I started noticing like nobody wanted to help me. They always pointed me to somebody. So I identify with what you're saying. It's like I had to learn, like realize, like, nah, I can't. They can't. We're too close. We're too, that relationship is there. So it definitely made me have to go find somebody on the outside, somebody that didn't know me, didn't know my background, and go that route. So yeah, Tiny, what you got?
Court. What do you feel is the most common struggles people bring into therapy?
That's a great question. I think it's not being seen, right? And that fractures into other areas, right? So like not being seen in your romantic relationship. So then you're coming in for romantic problems, right? In your friendships, not having boundaries, right? And so just kind of not being valued and seen then brings people in, because it's like, if I haven't been seen or heard, then how do I speak up? What happens when I do rock the boat and people don't like it, right? And so because now I'm implementing something and now you can see me and hear me, people, I think it's kind of like it starts that where it's like people come in, sometimes it's depression, anxiety, and sometimes it's because of that same thing of like not speaking up, not knowing when to say something, how to say something. And so we start with that challenge within our mind, right? It's just me. No one else is dealing with this, right? I don't want to be the person that if I say this and no one responds well, or you get that, yeah, it's okay, just keep your head, stay locked in. And it's like, that doesn't work, right? And so if I hear that a few more times, then it just reinforces that idea that it's just me, right? And so I think people come into therapy with one, wanting to be seen or be heard, do something differently. Two, wanting to figure out how to voice their boundaries, or kind of challenge that narrative of like dealing with anxiety or depression, just having a safe place. A lot of times in communities, in families, I've kind of seen it all from adolescents to adults. we don't provide people the safe place to just be, right? I'm gonna use Ish's example. If you meet someone and they're telling you the hard stuff, right, you're gonna be like, all right, cool, but I'm not going by you again, right? You may have got me once or twice, but you start to distance, and then it's like, I feel like, why are people creating distance from me when I'm at the point where I need the most closeness or proximity? So I think for therapy, it's different reasons, but those are kind of the themes I've seen.
Yeah.
Real quick, Block, what's going on, bro? Welcome. I have a question for the audience too, as we're kind of still with the discussion. Courtney, again, thank you for being here. I just want to take a poll with the people. Have you tried therapy, and how was the experience? So I want you to put in the comments right now as we continue the conversation. Yeah, because especially those in the Black community, it's starting to get better now. People are trusting to be, before, if you went to a therapist, it was something wrong with you. Yeah. Meaning, like, it was something wrong with you here, and people didn't give you opportunity to be like, no, I'm going through some stuff. I need to talk to some people. Or some Christians don't believe you should go to a therapist. They think your pastor should be your therapist, or God's going to handle everything, which God can. But the stigma of therapy, I think, is getting better now. Even people are taking their mental health more seriously. And so for the people out there that are watching, have you tried therapy? How was your experience? And we'll continue the conversation. Go ahead, Ish.
And just to piggyback off of AP, for y'all that's watching, yes, God does handle any and everything.
For sure.
But he handles it through people.
Yes, I was about to say that.
He handles it through people. Don't forget that. What he gives you by word, he gives you by your pastors, your ministers, your elders, your parents, so on and so forth. What he gives you by healing, he gives you by doctors, nurses, clinical practitioners, all of those different things. So we can go down a list of things that we receive from God. Generally, it's always through people. So if you need therapy, go get some help.
That's the reason why he sent
simply
Jesus.
put. Absolutely. So go get some help, and to everybody's point, like, one thing that I realized when I started going to therapy was that everybody needs it.
Yeah.
There was a point where, like you said, AP, for me, because Tiny was one of the people that would tell me all the time, like, Ish, you need help. Like, you need
someone to express yourself.
And that's my sis, so she could say it plain, but she would tell me, like, you need someone to talk to. You should try therapy. And I was one of those people that carried that stigma. That stigma was placed on me growing up and into early adulthood, where it was like, to admit that you're struggling, to admit that you have issues and things that you need to work through, that you don't have the tools to work through, is to admit that you're weak, is to admit that you don't have the tools. And going to therapy showed me that none of us do. We all come from situations. When I started finding out that literally every therapist that I talked to had a therapist, it kind of made like, oh wait, like, nah, we all really in the same boat, So yeah, man, get help, y'all. If you need help, get help, for real.
I don't know if I could ask you guys questions. Is that cool?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Because I know you guys named the album Therapy, right? And then Ish, you talked about therapy and why people sometimes struggle with going, or what their experience is. Do you feel like therapy was a bad word? Like, if someone told you or asked you, like, hey, you need to go to therapy, how did you receive that?
I didn't feel like the word itself or the definition of what it was a bad thing. I felt it was more so of admitting that I was inadequate. That's what I think. For me, I can't speak for other people. I know that that's what it was for me. It was admitting to myself that I don't have the tools. I don't have the tools. Whatever I'm dealing with, whatever I need to address, whatever I need to fix about myself, sort out about myself, I can't find it within myself. So, again, for me, my type of personality, the type of person that I am when it comes to my family, my surroundings, I'm generally the person that people lean on. So I have to have the answers. I have to be the person that hits the buzzer beater. That's generally my position in life. So if I'm missing shots, what's my value here? You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of like that kind of mentality for me. It was like, yo, if I don't have the answers, then I don't have value. So therapy is admitting I don't have the answers.
Let's get to this real quick. Block said, I've done therapy through my big brothers and people I look up to. I had a bad experience with a professional therapist. So that's actually a great question. Well, is it, when you're going through things, is it better to, honestly, is it better to? Is that a true form of therapy? Talking to people that you have a relationship with versus somebody a stranger. Do you trust that? Is that really therapy?
I would say that it.
That's just venting. Tiny, you are not the professional.
No,
And
I'm
so,
sorry. I still got her opinion. She could correct me. She correct me.
She was like, actually,
If I'm
that
out of
is
pocket.
definitely therapy. Now, get Tiny.
I was gonna say, I think that is first of all, I'm sorry, Block, that happened to you. But I will say that talking to someone that you trust, someone that hasn't like steered you wrong,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? They produce fruit. You know what I'm saying? Whatever they're telling you, it's produced fruit. It showed time again that they will, what I'm saying? They ain't perfect, but I'm like they helped you steer in the right direction. Now, what I would say for therapists, I would still say try again another therapist if you feel like that's something you would like to do. I wouldn't force you, but I'm just saying like every therapist is different. When I was trying to figure out what I wanted in a therapist, I had to try a few because some people just wasn't understanding where I was coming from, maybe my culture, my background, or maybe the way I talk or with the type of responses I needed, I wasn't getting from them, so I'm just like, I eventually found one that worked best for me. And so I would say that for you, Blocked, that's good that you have those people. Cause like I have, my brothers and stuff too, I grew up with them, what I'm saying? But I'm just like, they couldn't help me in the way that therapist needed, that I need what I needed for them. I couldn't get it from them because I needed a specific type of help that therapist offered to me, that I felt like I could be so vulnerable, kind of like God, but not in a sense. Just someone that can like literally have a conversation with me without bashing me, beating me down. So yeah, that's
I love that.
I'm sorry, Corey. Let me get to this real quick. Ish and Butch have both been my therapists at a point in my life. Black Rider, you have been abused. And you
Oh
need
my
to call the
God.
police. Call the police. If those two were your therapists, call the police. Because you are in trouble, my friend. I hope you ain't listen to no advice they gave.
Oh my! I hate you so much.
Call the cops. You're a victim. Call the cops. And get right.
Some therapists.
I'm sorry, Courtney.
Well, you're fine.
Some therapists are not in the field for to really help people with therapy.
That's
It's
true.
like teachers. Like some teachers become teachers because the field that they wanted to go in, they couldn't find a job there, and so they became a teacher. They don't really want to teach. And so some therapists want to just hear people's stories, and talk to their friends about it. Like, man, I had this story. This guy did this. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to find one that you can trust. But there are people like me and Ish, not AP, that do give sound advice. Like we did for Block, right, Ish? Thanks.
Yeah. I'm like, y'all are hilarious. I think that there is safety in community, right? There's wise counsel. I love that you use the teacher example, but I'm gonna use it from a different way, right? It's like I'm not a basketball person. I have horrible coordination. But if I wanted to learn, I could use, some techniques, but I may really want to go to a good coach, right? Or be put into a good program, right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't knock my friends who are like, hey, this technique, but I would go to someone that has the expertise that can help me get it to be maybe utilizing my time more efficiently, right? And so the thing with therapy that makes it worthwhile is not that you're just talking to someone, right? But it's helping to get that relief and release in a more effective way, right? So you'll get the counsel from your friends. Like I have friends I talk to and I'm like, girl, you won't believe what just happened. Or like some of my brothers where I'm like, okay, how do I go about this? But also I know the thing is I don't want to be that person that's dumping all the time. Like where every time you come around, it's like, oh gosh, here's a negative thing that's going on, right? Or here's something where it's like, girl, how did your relation go? How did this go? How is this? And it's like, I just wanted to be present, right? I just wanted us to watch a movie and just hang out, right? And I think in therapy, because there is that relationship, right? So like as a therapist professionally, I can't have a dual relationship with my clients, right? So I can't go and be like, all right, well, after this session, let's go and hang out. It's no. So it's like there's that boundary.
Right.
if I was like, sometimes it gets hard with even being at church, right? Like there's certain ministries that if I know like a client is on, or if I see someone, I'm like, I can't be a part of that, right? That's not the person's role, but that's for me and my own protection. So I think that sometimes with therapy, the benefit is one, that confidentiality, which I love that you said that we going to talk. Sometimes we don't. We just be like, oh man, this was a good one, right? Or you just laugh and you're like, all right, cool. But I think also to your point, there are some therapists, like I've heard from my clients, where they're like, yeah, they just listen, or they didn't really give feedback. Like every therapist role is different. Just like we have in music, right? There's rap, there's even within rap, there's so many different breakdowns through that. With therapy, it's the same thing, right? There's like cognitive behavioral, there's EMDR, there's so many different modalities to help someone. So maybe that approach, I think y'all call him Block. So Block's therapist approach may have not been the one that fit or aligned with what he needed. Right. But it doesn't mean that therapy overall doesn't work. It just may not have been the fit, because we don't often know like what to request. Right. So when someone comes in and they're like, even to me, to do a consult, and they're like, this is what I'm going through, I can't help with that. Right. But I can tell you about this person that can get you, because that's their skill set and their knowledge. I think some people try and take on more than they can really chew. But I think it's also being able to ask questions, which is why, like, as a person seeking therapy, it's not just about you sitting on the couch. It's about you being able to advocate and say, this is what I'm looking to get. And everyone is not for everybody. So there's some people that probably have started with me. I have clients that they're like, you're a really good therapist. I like being challenged. I like the homework you give. I like that you sometimes we laugh, sometimes we cry. And then there's other ones who are like, this is too much. And I can't go further than the client will allow me to go.
I think most clients, so those type of clients, they have like trauma issues, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes they want to it's certain things that even with a therapist, they won't share everything, you know what I'm saying? So like
Block, I am so sorry for that response. I just
listen. He actually responded. He said the professional therapist I had was confidential. Sorry. Was confidential at all? What Price said wasn't. He was telling everything to my ex-wife. Daggone. So I'd rather go to people. I don't think he was licensed.
I would say
on the wall.
To that Block, like, I think that's the same thing as with any type of situation in life, man. Like, when you're talking about relationships with people, love, if you're talking about work relationships, if you're talking about any type of relationship with people, you're going to come across people that ain't genuine. You're going to come across people who are going to misuse you. You're going to come across people who say one thing and do another. The thing that I have learned and am learning to do is to not shut off the spout, not to shut it off, not to close it off because 1, 2, 10, 100 people did me wrong. You're going to run into people that's going to do you wrong. That's just life. And one of the things that I always tell my kids is not to allow those things to harden your heart. Allow those things to teach you discernment. You know what I'm saying? And so that as you move forward, you have the signs of what to look for when you're dealing with people. But I would say by all means, don't allow that to turn you off to therapy. Like I'm right now in the process of looking for a new therapist because I got to a point with my therapist where I felt like it wasn't therapy anymore. It was just me venting to a friend. You know what I'm saying? And so she didn't do anything, egregious or anything that was out of pocket. It just was like, we're not getting anywhere now. I need to be challenged. I need to get to the next level, and we're at a standstill. So now it's time to find somebody else. I'm not going to assume that everybody else is going to be the same way. I just have to keep moving, keep looking, like Tiny said, keep testing out people until I find what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
That advice, it sounds like you got. That's probably what Butch told you was doing. Talking to you, you tell him your secret, you go turn around and tell his ex-wife.
But AP, you said you was gonna be good on this pod.
Hey, Ed, can you mute AP's mic?
That joke don't sound professional to me. It don't sound professional at all.
This is why I'm supposed to be running the live.
We're gonna let you run the live.
Honestly, that is unprofessional, right? We have different ethics that we're supposed to work in and work by, right? The fact that I don't know if it was a couples therapist, right? But like once again, so typically the word of advice, right, is like, if you're in a couples therapy, then the couple sees one person.
Right.
They each individually see their own people, right?
Right.
So that's 3 therapists for, I guess, the 2 people, right?
Right.
The fact that they knew your ex-wife, they could communicate with your ex-wife, that's like a big no-no, right? For us. So it's like just being able to, like you said, just having that lens of like, now you know what to look forward to and what to avoid. And I hope that like if you were to go on your pursuit again of a therapist, you kind of be like, all right, nope, this is not it. And I think what Ish mentioned is it happens, right? You said like your clinical friends, when you're talking to them, and then they're like, oh wait, we have therapists too. I've been in therapy. I have a therapist now, but they've been with I have had different therapists for different points of my life. At one point in time, I needed grief therapy because I was dealing with a lot of loss. I needed profession. So it's like just different things in different areas where they could come in and kind of like what I was saying before, each approach fit where I was at in my life. I love what you said, Ish, of like that next level, right? So how do you help me to get to a next level and then not feeling like just because you've been with someone, you have to stay with someone. We're okay with letting you go. Your therapist should be okay with getting you to your goal and letting you go.
Not like, hey man, you need to stay. Come on, man. Come on.
Yeah, if your therapist starts crying because you're leaving, that's a problem. Leave right away.
That's called addiction or gambling debt.
Right.
If he got any clients.
Gambling debt.
One more session.
Yeah, just one more. I was just being transparent, but I still went through therapy, and I'm a whole lot better now. But back then, it was rough. I'm glad you got on the other side of that block, man. Thanks for sharing too, bro. I appreciate that, man.
Yeah. And salute to you, block, bro. Because in this pod, we all know you personally, so we know what your life has been over the last several years. So salute to you, bro, because it ain't easy.
Sure,
it ain't easy.
Sure.
Yeah, my wife and I went through couples therapy a long time ago, and it saved our marriage. It really did. Like it got us we had an opportunity to really confront some things that we didn't realize we were doing because it was stuff that we saw when we grew up, and we thought the things that we didn't want to do in our marriage, they somehow creep back in. But it was just learned behaviors that we did when we were younger, and we didn't really get a chance to realize it until it was too late. But it was stuff that we modeled in our from our parents' relationships. We started to model them in our own marriage, and it really started to wreak havoc. But therapy taught me accountability. It really did. It taught me like nah, you did this, you said this, like now let's stay here, and I didn't want the accountability at first. I did not want the accountability. I was like, man, who are you to tell me who I am? But when that mirror got held up, I was like, yo, I'm trash. Like I really need to, change some stuff around. And thank God, like it really, really helped me out. Like it really helped us out. And in July we'll be celebrating 21 years. So like it's a beautiful thing, man. So shout out to therapy. I still need more therapy. I need individual therapy. Bro. I need therapy from these people on the screen.
Listen,
yes, you do.
We
need therapy from you.
People on this
Listen, and speaking of therapy, hold on, Courtney. We have a concert coming up August 29th.
That's what I'm talking about. You getting back to your job.
There won't be no skipping at this concert, bro. You doing down.
He's just gonna be in there with his shirt like, we ain't here.
I thought he was giving away money. I'm like, that's a way to entice people to come.
That's like $100 real bill.
No, he doing
so let me see
having a concert. Make sure y'all are there. It is August 29th. I talk too much about the concert. Tiny, go ahead and talk about the concert. No. Eb, you
literally just said the whole concert.
Eb, talk about the concert right now. Go.
I'm so glad that you chose me because I'm supposed to have your job anyways.
I might need some therapy.
Yes, mommy.
On August 29th, me, Tiny, and Ish are having a concert. AP will be on the sideline singing BGVs.
He being replaced by Annie. holding down the tennis section.
He holding down the
We're gonna replace AP with Suna.
Exactly. So he actually won't be that. Oh, we have to edit the file.
Want some booze, huh?
It'll be Tiny, it'll be Ish, it'll be Eb, and it'll be Fanny.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There you go.
We have to
That
edit
is
the
not a
file.
gunshot.
I don't know if
Oh, now you want to have sound effects.
that
Now you want
Hey,
to
go keep talking. Hey, look,
August
I put the
29th. Excuse me, sir. You told me August 29th. In the KO Music, the curtain call. This is not something that you want to miss. There will be old songs, new songs, stuff you ain't heard before, stuff you have heard before, stuff that you might want to hear again. So make sure that you're there, because farewell isn't the end; it's the encore.
There you go. Hey,
you can put
where's the hand claps?
Oh,
you missed your cue, bro.
That's because he a hater. I'm coming for that job.
But
All right, go gadget.
Speaking of therapy.
Oh wait, so look, y'all see about the concert curtain call in the comments right now is a link to again get your free tickets, and it is free. I don't know if Ebony did that; she did a horrible job, but it's free concert. Make sure y'all come on out, Agape. The link is in the comments right now, and if you on our page, it's on our bio, all other stuff. Get your tickets right now, y'all. All right, boom. All right, now back to the regular scheduled program. Sorry, Courtney. We got to do things like that sometimes.
Well, y'all are fine.
Oh, my bad.
He wanted to be seen so bad.
I hit the wrong button. I hit the wrong button.
So next week I'm running the live.
I hit the wrong button, guys. Hit the wrong button. Yes, good. So more questions. This is. Hey,
I want to get into this therapy album.
This is about
Court had an opportunity to listen to some of the songs off of the therapy album.
She did. Oh, good.
Yes. So we did put together some questions that I wanted to, just throw at you based off of some of the songs off of the project, and just kind of get your opinion, how you would relate therapy to this project. So for those who are new to the pod, for those of you who been living under a rock, Nikeo is releasing a project called Therapy. And this project is centered around our internal conversations, our internal looks at not just each other, but our own selves, and just kind of trying to find and make sense of it. We created a space when we were writing this project where we were trying to come up with the idea for this project, that space just started to turn into sort of like therapy sessions, where we just started discussing things. And in those discussions, we started developing titles and eventually songs where we were actually turning our conversations into art. And so that's where this album derives from. This is what therapy is at its essence. And so you have the different songs on there like Triggers, Father Figures, Full Circle, Changes, Heartbreak, so on and so forth. And so each song deals with a different emotion that we dealt with, a different conversation that we had, different things that we talked about, different emotions that were drummed up during those sessions. And so hence therapy. And so I just wanted to kind of throw some questions at you. We're going to get everybody involved in this conversation. So anybody, whoever, pick a question, whatever you want to ask her pertaining to the album, throw it at her. Let's see what we got.
Can I go first?
Yes, you can.
Okay. My question is based off of my song, the best song on the album, Lemons to Lemonade. Lemons to Lemonade. I'm not sure if you heard it, but my question is, where do you think trauma tends to show up in people's lives?
That is a great question. I looked at some of them and I was like, these are some heavy questions. But really great. I think it shows up in one, how we approach and see people, right? In regards of like, if for some, I call it kind of like the Charlie Brown effect, right? You ever see someone where you're like, okay, I have trauma, and then this person, I should be talking to them, right? Or before you even hear a word that comes out their mouth, you just see the body and the person, and then it's like wah 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 wah, like you tuned everything out, right? You see people shutting down where they should be speaking up. You see people not taking opportunities because they're afraid of failure or risk. You see, it's just, I think it just in their application of their life, right? I kind of see it where it's like when you're stuck in a place, and you are where you're comfortable or content, comfortable but not content, and there's another place you want to go to, right?
Mhm.
So that's kind of the way I see like trauma, is that I'm in this place where I'm here, I'm used to it, I'm familiar with it, but this is not where I want to be. Right. So that could be your job, that could be your health, right? I know we joked around about having the breastises out at parades, right? But right, being able to see, like, it looks different, right? So there's people just have different things, money management, right? Like, I'm a baller, and it's like, you are brokey, right? You ain't but it's the illusion, right? And that's trauma. Different ways that we see things come up, where it's like this idea of where I'm at and where I want to be are two. There's a disconnect.
It's good.
A follow up on her question. I'm sorry, what you was about to say?
Oh, no, go ahead. No,
I was just going to follow up on her question. Because like, so you talked about those places where we tend to stay and don't address. The follow up to that Lemonade question, particularly because that song deals with being stuck in a relationship, being unseen, being unheard. But I would assume, Eb, you correct me if I'm wrong, but not having the strength or finding the way to leave that situation, knowing that the situation is detrimental to you. What makes a person, based off of your experiences with therapy, what makes a person stay in places where they feel rejected, neglected, unseen, unheard, just emotionally abused?
Ooh. Yeah, y'all getting into my business. Saying I'm joking, but welcome to the couch for real. I think it's the fact of being able to have that hope, right? We give a hope a lot of power, right? And we don't look. Tiny mentioned it earlier, of the fruit of people, right? We look at and we're like, well, what are you saying, right? And not matching what are you saying to what are you doing, and especially as I won't say, I mean, I don't know if it's the same. I'm not a man, so I don't know if it's the same for men, right? But as women, we're builders. You give us a little thing and we're like, okay, hey, we're gonna multiply, have children, we're gonna take care of the home, make the home a house, a home. Like, you're going to do certain things. Oh, sorry.
Nothing. Go ahead.
Okay, I was saying, like, in the sense of, right, if you give someone something, you're gonna have that hope, and that hope is gonna multiply. And it's like, yeah, but they said this one word, but they said this, and I'm holding on to that, and then that's gonna bring forth these other changes. And it's like, that's not what's happening, right? And so I think that in therapy, what happens is we begin to process the idea of someone, the concept, versus the reality, right? And if the reality is something you can deal with, you can live with, you can handle, then is it worth it, right? Because the concept may not even come to fruition.
Right. Yeah, I think
that's the hard part.
I've done that in my life a lot. And in many situations where, like you said, it's like you weigh what the reality is versus what the potential is, and it's like, if we could just hit this potential, then everything will be all good. But I can manage. And then also you get to a place where it kind of becomes familiar, so you just kind of know that evil, that space, what that pain feels like, so it don't hurt as much, so you're willing to wait it out for the hope of that potential.
Can I add to that too? I think that also everything that you just said depicts Lemons to Lemonade perfectly, because it's basically saying, like, could you just lie to me? Like, I'm holding on to this hope of you being what I picture you to be, or what I want you to be, or what I want this relationship to look like, and I just want you to lie to me. So yeah, that was good to me. That spoke to
and
me.
I'll add to, you said something, why people stay. Oftentimes, kind of going back to something that was in the comments of what Block mentioned, right? Of like, I get counsel from friends. Oftentimes we start to shut down because our friends, they've heard this narrative before. They've heard this. Oh, I'm going to leave. I'm going to change. He's going to do this. You're going to do this, right? And so the more that you stop sharing, right, you just kind of be like, well, I'm going to make it worth it. And then more time goes on. So now I've invested time and energy in this perception. I want to see it through.
I think it's the worst thing too, because you tell people, when you're going through something, you always tell your friends, "Oh, I'm about to leave him, I'm about to leave her," or whatever, and then you're back with them. Now you got your friends disliking them. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then you still with them. Now it's a weird thing. So yeah.
Yeah, for sure. That's good. That's good. Anybody else got a question for the professor, the doctor?
Ooh, I got one.
Speaking those things.
Who typically benefits the most from therapy?
The ones that don't expect it. And I say that with the sense of the ones that come in where it's like, I'm just kind of coming in with like, I just need something. I don't know what it is, whether it's just to have an outlet, whether it's I'm coming in to be a part. I call this kind of like the journey, right? Like I'm here with you on this journey for a certain time and path. You chart the course will go, right? I can kind of give you the awareness of the hurdles, but I think it's the people that come in with that willingness to just be open, to do the work, to do and just make themselves available. And I think those are the ones that I see in regards of showing up. Now, if you're talking about the ones that actually need therapy, the ones that often are like, man, this is how God made me, take it or leave it. Yeah. I am who I am. Those are the ones where you're like, actually, you're bleeding. It's the leadership. It's the people that you're in with. Sometimes it's the ones that are the ones that have been hurt themselves, right? But they have this perception of that they need to be strong, right? And so in their strength, I'm okay because everyone's coming to me. Everyone's looking at me like I've got it. And so I can't be the one that, whether that's a family member, a cousin, a friend, whomever that may be, but often, like Ish had mentioned earlier, it's the person that everyone seeks or turns to. And so because people look at them or are not seeing them in a certain light, it's like, I'm okay. I'm good. People love me for who I am. And it's like, yeah, but you're hurting people in the process.
It's funny you said one of the lines you said is actually a line in my song AP, which is Adult Perspective, where I kind of reflect on my relationship with my son. And I think I forget the exact line that I said. I think I said the world cut me deep, but I was bleeding on you. And so it took a lot for me to realize how toxic I was, because I want, it was a lot of the stuff that I was trying to teach my son earlier was toxic masculinity type of stuff. You know what I mean? Like, you want to make sure that when you raise a son, you raise a son. He's my only boy. And so I wanted him to be like a boy, and so when he was really younger, it was a lot of toxic masculinity, but I learned that from, my pops, and you know what I mean? And so, just
I don't want to interrupt, but I don't know. So my style of, when you say toxic masculinity, I know that that's kind of a term that people are aware, but what did that involve?
So it just involved, making sure that he was tough, yelling at him, even down to even like, giving spankings and stuff like that. Like I would rough him up more than be like, let's have a conversation. You know what I mean? And so, but then telling him this is what it means to be a man. And then when I think back, that was the same stuff that my, having earlier conversation with my dad, it was kind of the same thing almost, you know what I mean? And so it was like, this is what a man looks like. This is what how a man should be. And I was giving that same thing to my son, which was just wrong to do. You know what I mean? And so when I got to do that song, it made me just reflect on the type of man that I am now, but also the man that I'm glad that he's turning into. You know what I mean? He doesn't have those type of traits. He is very compassionate. But I was bleeding on him because I was still reconciling my relationship with my own father, and so it took me a while to realize it, but to God be the glory, none of that stuff stuck with him, and I'm glad about that, So yeah, when you said that, I was like, yeah, that's the truth.
What also happens is what we don't understand or build resentment of, we repeat.
Facts.
Right? And so you'll repeat a cycle and not even realize, because maybe, and I don't know your story like with your dad, but sometimes it's like, all right, I'm not gonna be like him. I'm not gonna be like her, right? I'm not gonna be like them.
Yep.
And because we don't know why they became how they became or why they did certain things, you get hard in your heart, and versus getting understanding, you end up developing those same habits that you saw that you did not want to become. right? And so I think, like you said in the song, like perspective, I'll perfect title, right? Perspective, right? Once you have perspective of something, then you're able to then course correct and really implement change to do things differently. And even if it's a conversation that you didn't have in your youth or in your development that you could provide to them in this stage of their life development, that charts that changes the course and trajectory.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I got a question. So this the initial track on the project. And by the way, y'all this project will be out soon.
Yeah.
Therapy. Y'all hear the conversations we having surrounding just these two songs that we talked about. Y'all could only imagine what the conversations were like when we were putting these songs together, and the emotions that were dredged up during this project completion. But one particular song, Triggers, that song on the project is again, it's pretty much self-titled. It's talking about triggers. It's talking about dealing with different things, different situations that we've had in life that have created certain situations or created certain emotional responses, I should say, to certain events in our lives. I know for me, and I'll give you a prime example. I've had situations that I didn't realize I developed triggers as a result of. One prime example was when the group split. I was doing a photo shoot. I had hired a stylist and I hired a project manager. And project manager is pretty much self-explanatory. They manage the project. That's their job. And so after we did the photo shoot, the project manager was going through the photos and she's saying what photos we're going to use and, XYZ. And I'm just like, well, she's showing me the photos. I'm like, I don't like that one. I don't like this one. Maybe we should do this one. So she very sternly responded like, no, we're going to use these because these are the best photos. And I snapped. I instantly snapped. And I realized after after I snapped on her, we stopped working. Like it was done. Like she stopped answering my calls. Like it was when I realized after the fact, it was just like, yo, I really went off on this girl. Like I don't even know where it came from. It just was like, she said something and I was gone. Like I just started going like, you don't run stuff. I'm in charge. I'm paying you. Like just going off. And it was a result of things that I had experienced within the group that I left unchecked, stuff that I didn't say, people who were trying to be in charge and I didn't address it. I would let things slide. I would speak, nah, it's all good. They'll come around, they'll get it, they'll understand. And then it started creating triggers. So my question is how do you deal with those triggers? Because I still find myself struggling with with those type of situations, particularly that one. When I come in contact with people that are trying to control me, I lose it quick.
Well, I like that you said you're in therapy because it's giving
giving you need it.
But I think it's something that we all deal with. You guys I mentioned earlier of like what is something or what's the common thing that brings people in, right? Or some things and it's that being unseen and unheard, right? And oftentimes we go and we're like, well, once I become the boss, no one's gonna tell me nothing, right? And it's like that's not how it works, right? You're going to have a job, a project, community, whether you like the community or not, but you're going to have to interact with people at some point, right? Triggers, in some ways, we call them kind of like ambushes, right? You may know what your trigger is, but it's not until you're in an ambush situation and it's like, oh, this is how it came out.
That's good.
Right? It's not that a lot of times people aren't aware of like, oh man, it's the lack of control, the ability of decision making. I had this one person that made a mistake and it fell on me, right? And so what I see is that a lot of times it's identifying and knowing, not trying to prevent it from happening, right? So like you said, now that I know better, it's up to me to choose if I want to do better. Right. And so a trigger is being able to say, I know what my triggers are. When they show up as an ambush, how do I do it? And then if it comes up, like you said, in the argument or where I become defensive or I shut down, right? Because there's different ways that we all can, our triggers can present. Not everyone is coming out as like, I'm snapping. There are some people who shut down completely and it's like, man, I froze and I really didn't like the way that happened. Yeah. And it's not until I sit back and realize where I'm like, man, I should have done this different. Once you know, that's up to you to course correct it, right? And be like, okay, I want to talk to you because this is how it happened, and I didn't like the way that I showed up, right? Or when this happens again, how do I want to have more input and using your voice.
Yeah. And it's very funny because I do find myself now in situations where I will go back and address stuff. And you said something that's key, being able to say I didn't like how I showed up. That freezing thing, that's a real thing. That's a real thing. Like, I'm the type of person where I will stew for months on how I responded to a situation or didn't respond to a situation when I knew I should have responded to a situation. And so I've now gotten to a place, and I had this recently happen to me at work, where somebody was triggering me and they were being intentional about what they were doing. And I had to pause, and I had to allow it to happen for that moment. But it set me on fire. I mean, 24 hours. I couldn't wait to get back to work the next day so I could address it. But I knew enough to not address it in that moment because the trigger response would have created this chaos. So I had to wait till the next day. And when I saw him the next day, as soon as I saw him, hey, yo, we need to talk. And pulled him aside. I was much more calm. But I got a chance to address it with common sense, address it, having thought it out, and more importantly, to address it, because I think I felt best that I addressed it, where in past times, if I didn't blow up, I would have just let it go. And then I would have been beating myself up because I let it go. And then we all know how that goes. When you let stuff go, people think they can just do what they want to do.
It festers. Like you said, I think one of the things that I kind of see in people, and I ask this question of like, there's two where it's like, one, I don't want to be confrontational. I want to go the non-confrontational route. And it's like, confrontation is actually healthy. You need to rock the boat at times.
I say that all the time.
Word at times, right? You need to rock the boat. Confrontation and conversations are needed. People who are like, I never argue. I'm like, okay, this is are you suppressing it, right? And we're waiting for it to just bubble at like some crazy time. Confrontation is okay. And then also the part is like this idea of being a bigger person. I hate that term. Right? Because it's like there are some scenarios where you may need time to just sit with your thoughts. It doesn't mean you're weaker. It doesn't mean like I'm gonna be the bigger person. I'm gonna just let it go. Sit with it for a day or two, but still address it. Still address it, right? Being a bigger person may be eating you alive.
Yeah, no doubt.
That's good. That's good. What's going on, DJ? Appreciate you popping on as always. There's going to be a confrontation soon. It's going to be.
Oh my God!
What you want to do is make sure you get your tickets. They're free tickets. In order to be there, it is Nikeo Music Curtain Call Concert. What you want to do is go ahead and click the link. It's pinned in the comments right now. Free tickets, y'all. I'm telling you, if you're here and you've been a fan of Nikeo Music, listen, man, we emptying the clip, y'all. We getting everybody gonna be there. We doing a throwback concert, man. And so it's gonna be a lot of fun, but it's free. Get your tickets right now, August 29th, Agape Family Worship Center. Courtney, you gonna be there?
Look, I put it on my calendar.
Okay.
Like, it's in August. I got it on there though.
We know you're busy.
Wait, let me take this down.
That is huge for Courtney.
Now you come sit on the couch. Wait a minute. That was a very professional way.
Her putting it on the calendar is huge.
That was a very professional way to say if anything better comes up, I won't be there. If anything better,
if the Chris Brown tour comes to New Jersey, this is where I will be.
Oh my gosh!
You know, mimosas therapy.
Yeah,
mimosas,
like if anything
Sunday
else,
6-7.
I'm crying.
So
overtime Nikeo.
Yeah. So Courtney is saying she's going to be giving free therapy sessions at the Nikeo concert. Make sure you guys come on out. Ask her all the questions you want. Get as personal as you like. Ask her about her personal life. It doesn't even matter.
AP is actually paying her. So y'all can just
run it up on that note. If it's paid for, run it up, please.
Yeah. Jesus paid it all. And so so why would I take the tab if he paid it all, huh? Make sure y'all come on out to the concert, man. But this has been amazing. I don't want to take all your time, Courtney. Can we keep asking you questions, or how much time you got?
I'm good.
Okay,
I'm
cool.
free. She was like, I move my schedule around, so I don't have
He's like,
nothing.
today
What
I
is
No,
work.
therapy?
Sundays, this is the time. So once it was like Sunday, well, Tiny, when you first said it, I was like, oh, that works for me.
Bad. Tiny, did you have a question for
Yes.
one of your
So
songs?
the song I did with Eb called Heartbreak. My question was, how does repeated heartbreak change the way people love?
That's a good
Mm.
question, boy.
Does
Yeah,
it
boy.
change?
Oh, it definitely changes.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Right. I think for a heartbreak, it's a certain level of disappointment, right? And I think it's not just the part of romantic heartbreak, because sometimes you hear heartbreak and you're like, oh, heartbreak, romantic, right?
Yeah.
But it's like
Yeah.
heartbreak in the sense of abandonment and disappointment, right? And so I've given you this space to show up, right? I've given you an opportunity to possibly change something, and once again you let me down, right? And so what happens is over time there's two ways it could go. It's either one, you keep allowing people to do that to you, right? And you're like, well, I'm just deserving of this, right? No one's ever going to show up or do for me the way I do for them, right? And so that's my title, my cap. I'm gonna wear it, and then that's it. Or you have the people that become so abandonment avoidant, right? Where it's like any way of allowing someone to show up for me, to put an effort in, to do anything, I'm good, right? And so they become so self-reliant on themselves. The part that's challenging is that, like what I said before, is that we don't live in a bubble just in our own world, right? There's going to be some time where there's a need for someone. There's going to be even times where we may disappoint someone else, right? And so being able to have that accountability, as well as, once again, those hard conversations to say, this is how you showed up, this is how it impacted me, this is where I feel like it's possible to correct it, and then also this is where I'm okay with it not being corrected, and I just let you do your own thing, right? Because not every relationship deserves repair. There's some people that will allow you to be able to, you see them, once you see for who they are, how they move, I'm okay with it.
That was going to be my follow-up question, because like sometimes you don't get an opportunity to ask the why. Sometimes you don't get an opportunity to get clarity or to get resolution, and you have to find your way in spite of. You have to find your way in spite of. So, like, what would you say to a person who finds themselves in that situation? Because I think a lot of the times with people who experience heartbreak, and it's funny that you mentioned that it's not just about relational heartbreak or romantic relational heartbreak, because at the end of that song, there's a skit where that's explained that the song actually isn't about romantic heartbreak. It's about heartbreak just in general from loved ones. But when you find yourself in a situation where you can't get resolution, sometimes you may be dealing with an older relative who they've gotten to a place where therapy for them ain't even an option. This is just who I am. I'm gonna die this way, and you just got to deal with it. And they're not giving you no answers. They're not giving you an opportunity to talk it out. They're not giving you an opportunity to vent and even care to hear what you have to say. What do you say to a person on your couch who's in that position?
So there's this, and I may be butchering it. There's I believe it's called Siddur Shiva. It's a Jewish term and practice, right? And what they do is it's kind of like grieving the person, right, while they're still alive. So you literally kind of it's gonna sound harsh, but like it's like you're having a funeral, right? Where I'm grieving this person, this thing, this, and I'm gonna take the time to mourn, right? I'm gonna take the time to actually be intentional of grieving the relationship, the expectation, the desire of how it could have been, right? And see it for where it's at, and being able to have that separation. And it hurts, right? So I have some people I've worked with where it's their parents, right? Where it's like this, I want them to show up this way. And like you said, they just won't, right? It's a grandmother, it's a friend. I know some of my friends, Sheldon, you laughed and you're like on the calendar. And I'm like, hey, if I could just get on your calendar, right? But I'm also like, I know that may not be the dynamic or the way our friendship is for us. And I'm okay with it, right? It may hurt or sting, but I have to be okay that it's not a one size fits all. And so I think the part is and an area I specialize in is grief counseling, right? Grief is not death. Grief is just being able to honor transition and losses, right? And so being able to acknowledge, hey, maybe this relationship or this relationship dynamic at this time, I have to grieve how it is.
Yeah,
I
I
think
find myself. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I think we take certain words and we apply them to just one certain thing, like heartbreak.
Mhm.
Everybody think heartbreak is about you in a relationship with somebody. You actually are in a relationship, even if it's with your parents or your siblings or your cousins. It's still a relationship, you know what I'm saying? But it's not a intimate relationship in terms of sexual or whatever. But people take those words and they associate it to one thing. You know what I'm saying? And that's the worst thing that we could do, because you could get heartbreak from your dog dying. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you had
Laid
a
off from
relationship with
your
your
job.
dog. Right, laid off from your job. You would love this job forever. I love this job. And the next week they laid you off. Now your heart is broken. You had a relationship with the people at the job, so you probably won't see most of them again. So that's what, with this album, that's what we pretty much did. We're not talking about an intimate relationship with like somebody that you have an intimate relationship with. You know what I'm saying? We just talking about trauma, triggers, all that in general for everybody. Yeah.
Yeah. And I find myself in that space too, where you talked about grieving. One of the things that therapy has helped me to see was to accept. And sometimes you don't even realize you're doing this, but you're not the main character in everybody's story. You're not.
Only,
You
only
know,
in
and
yours.
yeah,
Only
only
in
in your
yours.
story. And I think when you get to a point where you can accept that, when you start to really realize that, it stopped becoming so personal. It stopped becoming so personal. You just kind of see people for their humanity. And I know for me, it's been helping me to kind of just move on from situations with people, to have to extend grace to people, even if it ain't extended back, even if they're not open to have conversations, even if they're not open to forgiveness. It's helped me to understand, like, yo, they're living their own movie. They're the star in their own movie, and they got to sort their own stuff out too, the same way I got to sort my stuff out. And so maybe they're not at that part, and I got to be okay with that. Like, we can't fix it, we can't mend it, we can't talk about it. It's okay, you know.
One of the things that sorry, go ahead.
I was about to say we all just extras in somebody else's movie. We
Absolutely.
all have our own story. Our own we the main character in our own story, and everybody else is just extras in our movie. So it's just vice versa with everybody.
I
I'm
was gonna
sorry,
say one
Queen.
of the things that helped me to filter out certain stuff where you said like giving grace and seeing people's humanity is um I had to have a talk with God, and he was like, there's a difference between desire and capacity, right? We all have the desire to show up. We all have the desire to take on like every single opportunity. Like, you guys probably were like, if there was a show at Madison Square Garden, you'll be like, yeah, on the same day as y'all concert, y'all might be like, oh, we might move some things around, right? Like, there's certain things where you're like, oh, that's my desire. But the capacity part is, yeah, we don't have that. I don't have that, right? And so being able to start with yourself of like, my desire and my capacity are different, and seeing it from the lens of, okay, this person desires to show up, but their capacity to do so is not there.
All right.
It's just being able to accept that, man. And it looks different for everybody, and it's a process. I know for me it's been a process, but you get to a point where it's just kind of, it's a freedom in it too. Like, once you get to a place where you accept it, it's kind of like, I don't even want to say like you don't care, but it's just kind of like, it is what it is, man. It
I
is what
don't care. I just don't care.
I appreciate that, because I don't know. I feel like I had to learn differently, because I feel like I don't have no quarrel with nobody. So it's just like when this particular thing came up, I'm just like, I'm talking to my brothers, like I'm talking to a therapist. I'm just like, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to move on. Like like this never happened to me before. You know what I'm saying? And someone close to me, I'm just like, my heart just felt like it shattered in a million pieces, and I couldn't speak. I got depressed. Like I was wearing bummy clothes like almost every day. Glenn was like, "No, you need to
All right, now wash up now, Ty. Wash your tail. Wash your tail.
He was like, "Come on, like let's go out." Not like that, like like
yes, like
when
that.
I just shut up. No, I'm saying. When I came home from work, all I wanted to do was get in sweatpants and like a baggy t-shirt. Like I didn't want to go anywhere. Like I didn't want to do all of that stuff. But like, talking to my brothers and stuff, like It took time. Like it took time. I was like, what is this? Oh, I know this is a test. I know this is a test. I know this is a test because this stupid. Like this is stupid.
Quick with it.
It's crazy though, because like if you know, for everybody on here knows Tiny personally, right? For those who are watching, who will see this later, Tiny brings the energy up. I don't care where she's at, what's going on, what the situation is, what time it is.
What time?
If the energy's here, the energy's going here when she enters the room. That's just who she is. And there were times during the recording of this album where Tiny would come in and the energy would go here because of what she was going through. And those sessions would just literally sometimes be her on the floor crying. You know, spilling, you know what I'm saying? So it was rough to see also, especially if you know her personally, because you know what kind of energy she normally carries. You know what I'm saying? So like, kudos to you, Tiny, because you did get through. And now that I'm thinking about hearing you say that, I'm thinking about, I was like, yo, we're not talking about weeks or months. We talk about years. Like this was years. This is going on for years. Like, you know, so
and I'm glad you said that, because I'm like, I think a lot of times people who do have a high energy, like we all have a moment where we're going to go low. Right? It's going to be something where you're like, oh, I don't get into having issues with people. And it may be people that have issues and you don't even know of it, right? Because they ain't bring it to you, but it's like, there's going to be some point in time where something happens, right? And it's the human side where you can't be 1,000% all the time. Facts. And I love that what Ish just said, right? And then your brother's on here to be able to corroborate that, where it's like you were able to take the time you needed to cry it out, to be bummy, to be, and there was no, it may have been like, yeah, girl, all right, this the second, the third, come on now, right? But you were still given that space to be that and to allow that, right? And so I think for some people, they feel like, well, I have to be up here all the time. I don't get that opportunity to just let my guard down or to cry it out. Or so I think the beauty in this album is being able to share that of like, I'm not going to be happy, go lucky, high energy, but when I dip, people recognize it because once again, I've established community and then covering too.
She farted a lot when she was depressed, and I thought it was weird because
I don't recall.
I'm like, Tiny farted a lot, bro.
You smell like that.
As the person that had to record her and stay in the room with her farts, because they got a chance to leave, I had to endure. Pray for me. I'm seeking my therapist as we speak.
What? You too cute to be smelling like that.
Look, y'all know that I'm lactose intolerant.
He do be eating a lot though.
I'm lactose intolerant, and I won't say no.
But it don't be no milk. It'd be like peanut butter crackers.
And the farts start with a high pitched squeal. That's how you know if the fart is coming.
Hey yo, now you're doing too much.
They added in details. I don't believe that. No.
But this how they is. Like they savages.
He said no.
Savages. Like
Courtney, you know your sister.
They just
the girl's cute, but she got a smell on her. She's pretty, but she got a smell on her.
She pretty, but she will pass gas.
She will kill you.
Now to get in the shower makes sense now. Lord.
Hey yo,
you can't be soily in the kingdom.
Soily.
For the kingdom.
You can't be soily in the kingdom.
Yeah, you don't need no problems like that.
Hey yo, I'm crying.
But again, Courtney, we want to say thank you. We want to keep you all day.
No, yes, no, this is good.
No, yes, no. What's that?
FaceTime her.
What you just say? No, yes, no.
Yes, no.
The people need this. This is for the people. Okay.
This is the therapy you need because you just saying stuff. We do have one last segment, Courtney. I don't know if you want to stay on. You know, if you get in your music bag a little bit. I mean, you could
hang out with us, Courtney.
We got to make it or break it, and then we're gonna get up out of here. I mean, it's all right, bet. All right, cool.
Wait, do y'all have any last?
You got to play
those Tiny.
Huh? What?
Sorry, go.
You say you got to play the thing first?
Well, I got a last thing I want to say. It's not a question. I just want to salute you. Like, again, knowing you, knowing the family. Shout out to Q, you know, Quinetta, Quentin. You know, shout out. How's Ariel doing? I ain't heard talk to her or her.
Oh, man.
I was about to ask how
Ariel,
is the wild
used to drive me
card.
crazy. But shout out to everybody. But shout out to you because I've watched you grow up. Like I can say that. Like I watched you in teen church. I watched you serving PD. I watched you serving with T-Wise. I watched you serve with Brandon. I watched you grow into an adult, and like just to hear that you're like you have a master's degree. You know what I'm saying? Like you have a bachelor's degree. You have these degrees, and you're actually like in a position where you can be of help and service to other people outside of just what you've done in the past. Like I think that's brilliant. So like I just wanted to salute you for that. Like keep going, yo. Like it's beautiful to see. It make me feel old for sure. But it's a great thing to see.
Basically, what you're trying to say, Court, is you got $5 he can borrow.
Oh my God.
It's got the bag. I have to ask him. He don't
listen,
Right,
Courtney,
shoot a gun and all that.
Be humble. I be trying to be humble, right? But I don't need to borrow no money. I just want to say that.
That's why I said you got the bag.
I'm okay over here. Okay.
They can sell some of the sneakers behind them.
Hey, we look. All right, Niecy.
Because I be trying to be humble and I don't never put my I'll just be like, oh yeah.
I was gonna say that. Thank you so
much.
much.
Right. Shout out her business. Thanks, niece, because Ish ain't said nothing.
So my practice name, my own private practice. My practice name is A Resting Place Counseling. I offer virtual and in-person sessions. So my office is located in Metuchen, New Jersey. I'm also licensed in North Carolina. Yes, we got multiple states here.
Yes,
can they get in contact with you?
I'm accepting new clients. So if you go to my website, restingplacecounseling.com, you're able to book a consultation for free, 15 minutes max. Okay, y'all keep it.
You take all types of insurance? Or?
Oh yes, so I'm in network with most of the major insurances. I do not accept only like Medicaid and Medicare at this time.
Yeah. About EBT?
No, she don't accept welfare.
Yeah. That's not WIC? Insurance, but quick
WIC.
Tiny, that's even worse. That's a baby.
Tiny, you trying to tell us something? Tiny trying to tell us something. Tiny said,
trying to sell her WIC vouchers.
She gonna give me milk and baby food. Milk and baby food.
Don't you need some good stuff? Some Cheerios. Some whole milk.
Literally.
See, I can't say nothing.
Maybe the Welch's juices, because those do
right.
They do that great. Oof. I'm about that great.
So listen, y'all heard the convo here tonight. She's been dropping knowledge the whole time she's been on. If you enjoyed the conversation, go ahead and make sure y'all hit her up. Again, make sure I got this correct for you. I was typing as you were talking. So www.restingplacecounseling.com. Is that correct?
That's not a cemetery.
That's not a cemetery at all.
Oh man.
So okay, I'm gonna give you the quick backstory because that's so funny.
Yes, let's hear it.
So it was because a lot of times people in therapy, right, or people in life don't come in. They come in like without having a break or a resting place, right? And so your point was to sit on the couch and get relief, respite, and rest.
I know what. I know, Courtney.
Okay, I just want to make sure because people probably will be like,
mortuary.
Don't pay him.
Don't pay him. I looked out because they're doing fireworks. It's not gunshots.
Oh, girl, I was like, wait a minute. Did I just hear something?
And hello, Amaria, my daughter. Thank you for
niece.
And we love you. I love you. I don't know about the rest of them, but I love you.
We love her too, bro. What's going on?
Like that?
I don't like to speak for other people. I don't like to speak for other people.
That's our niece right there.
That's a grown girl right there.
That's how you start
RestingPlaceCounseling.com. Make sure y'all log on.
Yes, girl. I'm gonna post you on my stories, girl. Okay.
North Carolina, New Jersey. Make sure you log on. Make sure you book your sessions. I'm telling you because before she even got a degree, she was doing this work. I'm telling you because I've sat in the kitchen in Agape with her and vented many times.
Yes. But the best part is she has a heart for it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's the most important part. Yeah.
So
if
you got saying is
I love what you do.
You owe her some money.
I probably, she probably could submit a bill.
Because a few minutes ago you were just talking like Yeah, I'm all right over here. So be all right over there and give her what you owe her.
Yeah, give her what you owe her.
Yeah,
Now
well,
you just calculate this, Courtney, and you tell him what the
Well,
bill
don't
would
listen to
normally
them.
be.
Don't listen
Courtney,
to
if
them.
you need a bill collector by hook or by crook, get it done.
we make home visits too.
Home visits.
Hey, yo.
Make home visits. But look, y'all
Get it done.
Y'all go ahead and support. As you see, we had a great conversation today, man. If you're watching this or you're listening later, again, a resting place counseling, www.restingplacecounseling.com. Show her some love. Go to her page. How long is the counseling? The not session, but the consultation?
15 minutes.
15 minutes. So get your life story out in 15 minutes. All right. And it'll be good to go. So thank you again. And Nisi, thank you again, because I was going to shout her business out anyway. Nisi, since you're going to produce the podcast from home. Thank you, Nisi. But yeah, so make sure you do that. All right. So look.
No, I'm not done.
Yes, you're done.
No.
Before we get to this.
No.
No. Before we get to this last.
I just want to say.
Oh, man.
Really not done.
Yes. Oh, hey, y'all.
Hey, yo. She on one today, boy.
I just called
What?
to say I love you.
Nigga, we've been on this podcast.
That vibrato, though.
I know.
Church mother vibrato.
Bro, it sounds like she running fire outside.
I'm sorry. No, for real. Wait, for real. It's quick. Yeah, I just want to piggyback over what it said. Yo, everything he said for you, Courtney, girl, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. So proud of you. So proud of you. Now, we're type of friends where we never lost touch, but we ain't got to text or call each other every day. And I appreciate you for that, because you was out here getting that bag, okay? And it was well worth it. And I'm so proud of you, honey, okay? Because we had some times, okay? Some times.
Why you doing this?
Who are you?
This was me.
Why you doing this though?
Girl night, like this is nothing new for Courtney, and this is surely nothing new for y'all. So
we know. I'm just asking why.
Stop it, because it helps me get my point across clearly. Okay, you hear the difference? You
What
hear
is
the
that
difference?
diagnosis?
Yeah.
In my verbiage?
Hey, she do got a point. Tiny's speaking real clear when she do.
Thank you.
You're right. Yeah, keep doing it. Go ahead. Keep going.
Yes. Oh, and I also want to say,
see, no hand movements.
Wait, what's this, Kevin Hart?
Hey, yo.
Wait, no. I just want to say, yes, I appreciate you, girl. I could stay on this podcast and like we could just talk and like, get the help. Like,
you can actually do that on your phone too.
No, shut up.
No,
Wait,
no.
because yes, people need to hear this type of stuff, and I am very appreciative of what I've been seeing social media wise, like you wasn't seeing a lot of therapy or people bring up therapy, but now you seeing shows and stuff like that, like your favorite shows, like they're bringing in therapy, like anything with like school, like they're like, we're having a therapy blah 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 clinic, whatever, blah blah blah. And I'm really appreciative of that, because back then therapy was a taboo, like y'all was saying earlier. So I'm appreciative, and I feel like growing up, I didn't have that type of like good communication where I could just talk. I was just always a listener. So like when I met Glenn, like he literally was showing me how to like better communicate, and so like issues and things would arise with me and him that became like I didn't know there was triggers when he did certain things, and like I literally stormed out of a car, like his car one time, and he was like, yo, he met me with love, and he was like, yo, what's going on? Like I need to understand. And I was just like, oh, he wants to understand me, because I don't even know what the hell that was.
But his facial expressions are hilarious. He looks like,
he was shooketh, girl.
Like, where is this going?
Girl, he was shooketh. Girl, I was shooketh. I was like,
buy a lollipop, and she was like, I'm out of here.
I only see Tiny losing one time, and I'm like, what?
I was hot, I was flustered, I was red, like you could just see it on my face, and I was just like, I appreciate that, because a lot, like certain areas where you grow up in an urban community, like they don't teach you about good communication, so things lack, not just with you, but like maybe hey yo, Come text them, bro.
They trying to cover you. They trying
Bruh, it's okay.
cover
It's okay because someone's gonna get this. Okay, someone's gonna.
What? What's going
do
on?
not swim out of a car. Go to a safe destination.
Yes. When the pastor used to be, when pastor start going too long, my grandfather used to be in the front row like, bring it on home.
No,
bring it on home.
But I will say this, I appreciate as I listen to the album, just the honesty and authenticity of it, right? With the emotions. Like when it first started, I was like, ooh, this is how they started. Like, because a lot of times people don't want to title it therapy, right? People don't talk about therapy, but then to also be vulnerable and share what's going on, right, in your life, and then I'm not in the music world. I know Sheldon and my brother are, but like studio time is a lot. Like to cultivate mixing it, to cultivate like rehearsing and repeating this and saying it, and then also ministering it in public, your vulnerability. Like I appreciated it, listening to it. And I know it will be a blessing. I know I text Tiny this before when she was having a conversation, and I'm like, these types of conversation change things. They start that self-reflection to say, hey, I thought that it was just me, or I thought this was healthy, and I realized it's not, right? Or I don't have to carry this any longer. And so even with you guys ending it on praise report, I'm like, yeah, this is how it works, right? Where you go through the hard times, you go through the challenges, so then you face them, and then you're able to come back and say, like, I'm still working on it, but it's not as bad as it used to be. So I thank you guys for allowing me to join this conversation, to be a part of this conversation. And then also just opening your heart, making that time in the studio away from your families, the dedication and commitment that went into it. And then also to put in the time each Sunday to promote discussion around these matters of the heart that not only you guys are just carrying, but others are too. I really do appreciate it. And thank you guys.
Awesome,
You broke that down really well, Court.
Wow, that chat is crazy.
Way better than Tiny.
That's that intellectual, that education.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Wait till you see the album artwork.
Look, I don't know if I'm ready, but if it's as dope as the songs, like, and then when you guys are like, this isn't really, I'm like, man, I can't wait to hear like this. Yeah, this is.
Y'all hear what she's saying? Listen to what she's saying. Like the music really. It really is therapy. You really can find it. I don't care who you are.
Tiny was crying.
In these songs.
Girl. When he said he wanted to use that part, I was like, oh God, for real?
You should have heard what we cut out.
No, I said the nigga part.
Oh my God.
Well, we can put it back in there now. Pause.
You just lost funding. You just lost funding with that one. So,
nah, I'm real. Okay, I'm gonna be a real.
And she said hard R too. Like she Drake. Like she Drake or something.
Yeah, she ice banned the N-word for sure.
But yeah, whoever is getting this is gonna be beneficial. And look, I'll be AP for a second. Make sure y'all get the tickets to go to
Let's go.
the concert. It's gonna be transformational, not just transactional. So please show up.
Hey, she might not be there, but y'all show up. Just
because it's on the calendar, but you know.
Yeah.
But y'all said y'all doing holograms, so I may be there if y'all do the hologram.
Baby. And Tiny,
if you're not there, I'm coming to kidnap you. Remember.
That sounds crazy.
Yeah, you just got yourself.
I know where you live.
Yourself, Sheldon.
You know where you live.
Got yourself 10 years in prison.
Cool. They can come get me, baby. Lock me up.
It's gonna be right down the street from Agape, so you could out the window. East Jersey State Prison and tell me what you want to look at the
Hey Tiny, Chat GBT said you have expressive motion disorder.
Okay. What does that entail?
Always raising your hand to talk.
Yeah.
Conversation requires choreography.
Yes.
Looking weird while you're talking, and just a nerd. So it was pretty accurate. The chat doesn't lie. So look, we're gonna do this one last thing. It's called "Make It or Break It." Look, it's a new song from Transformation Worship. I don't know if y'all heard it or not. It's called "Let Them Cook." Have y'all heard this song yet?
Nope.
No,
but
I'm scared.
I mean.
I'm scared already.
I know of another Let Them Cook, but I don't know this version.
Nah.
Big Bro cook through.
Let him cook.
Let him cook.
All right. Make it or break it. We're gonna see right now. Transformation worship. Let him cook. Let's see.
Let him cook. Oh.
That's a trash. I'm
about to say that bite out of the whatever he was eating. I was like, all right, come on. Cooking is over. Turn the stove off. Put the pan away.
This man
that way.
Hey yo.
I'm just joking. All right, let's go. Let's go.
See what I gotta deal with, Courtney?
Let's go.
Being crazy, yo.
When they feel like it's burning, remember that's where he makes you. Just know that it's turning. He's rising, building, lifting up your faith. Yeah, yeah. It's not over till he says it's good. Sit back and let him cook. Yeah, yeah. That's all I'm gonna do now. I'm in my feelings. Everything is unstable. He's the God of all seasons. I gotta trust that he's able. I don't have to know the reason. He's rising, building, lifting up my faith. Hey, yeah, yeah. It's not over till he said it's good. He'll do everything he said he would. Sit back and let him cook. That's all I'm gonna do now. Yeah.
You got dreams and you got visions. Go on, let them up in the kitchen, yeah. You got problems and you got woes. Just mix them up on the stove. That fire refine a gold. It might take a minute. Push you to your limits. You might wanna quit it, but just let them finish. All things work together for those that call on them. Joy come in the morning, it's gonna be all over.
It's not over till he said it's good. Be right here no matter how it looks. He'll do everything he said he would. Sit back and let him cook. Yeah. Sit back and let him cook. That's all I'm gonna do now. Sit back and let him cook. Oh, taste and see that the Lord is good. Sit back and let him cook. Yeah, yeah. Sit back.
Don't stop now.
Yeah.
Don't stop now.
Yeah.
Let him work it out.
Yeah.
He got all the power.
Yeah.
Don't stop now.
Yeah.
Let him work it out.
Yeah.
Don't stop now.
Yeah.
Let's go.
All things work together.
Say it again.
All things work together.
I feel like somebody's faith is coming back. Declare it.
All things work together.
The good, the bad, the ugly. Say.
All things work together.
I feel like somebody needs to be encouraged.
All things work together.
Hey, everybody tell somebody all day.
All things work together.
In my family,
Okay, let me go first.
Yeah.
Let me go first. I just want to say first, I appreciate the young man's voice. It's beautiful. I loved the instrumentation. Ooh, it sounded like they had real musicians when they recorded this. Ooh, that's beautiful. I appreciated the different aesthetics they were trying to give, but there was something that I did not connect with. I don't know what that was. Maybe maybe it was just I don't know. I don't know if it's the let them cook or maybe they should have just been on a stage singing that. I don't know. I get it. The analogy.
The purpose of the song you didn't like.
I mean, I got it. Something wasn't connecting for me. I feel like
maybe it was a Let It Cook. The name of the song is Let It Cook. So
I
therefore,
know.
you don't like the song.
Maybe everything. The other words were good, but it was the let it cook.
What
for
Courtney
me
said.
that
Courtney
wasn't-
said it perfect. They overdid it.
Yeah,
it was because the vamp of it just went way too far.
Yeah,
like just
once you start showing the prices on a food truck, you could cook as much as you want.
Hey, Niecy said,
I'm
make
done.
it minus Todd Parker.
Yeah, I don't
See,
know.
my statements exactly.
I was going to say the same thing.
He had to get in the
Yeah, I wouldn't be opposed.
You know why he had to get in it?
Because he paid for it.
Mike Todd was like a cross between Kirk Franklin and Donald Lawrence in that joint.
And there's probably him on the drums too.
Oh God. Can you say Diddy?
That's what I was saying. It's probably trying to be Diddy.
More like a Diddy vibe.
Yo, I appreciate that he is still doing his passion because that's what he was doing before when he was just doing like sound for the church, right?
I love that
he was producing and creating music. So I appreciate that he's still doing his passion. The song don't land for me. It's not my vibe, but I think it was put together well.
Clean.
Definitely clean video. I now as far as visual aesthetics go, I like the visual aesthetics more so. I'm more so speaking about the fashion. Like I saw some pieces off a complex shop that they were wearing that I wanted to get. So the fashion, I was rocking with the fashion, but it didn't land for me personally.
The song is okay. I actually love Transformation Worship. I do. I really there's some great singers and then
they have some great stuff.
Oh, yeah, and then worship pastor there, the tall guy that was singing. And his name just dropped out of my mind. But he's one of my favorite like worship leaders. He's fire. But it's a dope song, but it got cheesy around Pastor Mike Todd part where he broke it up right on alto 10. Like it was not the type of song.
I was like,
changed it from CCM to gospel almost like in one setting.
It got cheesy. But it was cool up until that part. But like I said, like Niecy said, make it minus Mike Todd, and it was all right. like
we can't hear you.
Trying to be all in the videos.
Let him cook.
Let it cook. I guess.
Nah.
Yeah, we can't get him.
Let it cook.
Dang, bro.
We lost you, Shell.
No, type it in the comments.
I don't think he hear us neither.
Oh.
Shell, you hear us?
I knew I should have learned some type of sign language.
Don't do that to Shell.
What? No.
Man, take me off the screen.
AP, you get on my whole nerve. Like,
let him cook.
let him cook.
Hey yo. AP's an idiot.
Y'all hear me now?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay, so I actually like the song. I just think that the song could have been an easily replayable 2-minute and 50-second song.
I was say
I agree with the rest of y'all. Like from Mike Todd on out, save that for live. The record should have just been let him cook, end it. That's it. Get up out of there. Because they missed the replay value in the song. The song had mad replay value.
Yeah.
But once Mike Todd got up there and did his Fred Hammond, I was lost.
I wasn't Fred. That was
I told you that was Donald Lawrence mixed with Kirk Franklin. That's what that was.
Get it. Get it.
Oh god.
Get it. With his crop top.
That's what.
All right. Look, I was able to break it.
Also, next week's topic. How do we feel about crop tops in ministry? All right. Love you guys.
My gosh.
on men, the crop tops on men.
Yeah, like sort of like what AP had on before.
You know,
no.
AP,
I got a crop top, but it's still below my belly.
AP,
It's wearing crop tops.
I'm wearing one right now. AP, let's give him a little nipple. AP, we gotta get some tickets. We gotta move about 15 tickets in the next 15 seconds.
It's dressed like Winnie the Pooh right now at home.
I just said Winnie the Pooh earlier.
Sitting there in a podcast with no bottoms on.
Hey, what makes that so funny? Because it's true.
That nigga got his drawers on. He just sitting there. He go to Keenan Ivory Ways, yo. He go to Keenan Ivory Ways.
He on the business up top with a party at the bottom, man. He's just sick. He's a sicko.
That's the only way to do a podcast. The only way.
Terrible, bro.
It's 90-degree Georgia heat. I understand.
It's blazing down here, bro.
Nah, bro. Keep it there.
Pause.
All right, listen. Thank you, Courtney, again for being our guest on today. Again, one last time, if you need counseling services, go to Resting Place Counseling, www.restingplacecounseling.com. Go ahead and shout her out. And she did a great job on the pod. Courtney, thank you again one more time.
Where's the AP? Where's the
time?
You got it.
Ed, when you come back next week, you're running things.
Oh,
yes.
Ed.
Oh, she's not here.
Yes, and don't forget next week.
She had to go tend to Zaylin, her daughter.
Yeah.
Next week is Father's Day, right?
Yeah.
They don't care.
Here.
Nobody cares.
We here because we don't get nothing anyway.
We in here.
No one cares about Father's Day.
Let's go. We here, y'all.
About next week.
We're gonna get our
my forehead tight.
I can tell you what we're not going to be talking about, fathers.
Because
no one's going to tune in if we're talking about fathers.
Right. We bring up Father's Day. Yep.
Who wants to talk about fathers?
Who father would go get some milk? Raise your hand. All right.
Y'all want to get the view? Y'all want to get the viewership up next week? We're gonna talk about should women pay child support?
Oh,
that'll get all the viewership.
Next week for Father's Day, we do paternity.
Now
we do paternity test on Father's Day next week.
Paternity test.
Y'all make sure y'all tune in next week.
That would be interesting.
I'm saying paternity test,
and then offer therapy. Them to listen
in the case of 2-year-old.
If anybody want to reveal the results,
the marketing idea.
Yeah. If anybody want to reveal the results of their paternity test, email us, and we will make sure on Father's Day they know who the father is. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
And then who the father is.
Send and please,
come on,
please,
let her
please
cook.
Send that, and please send those test results to itaintmines@hotmail.
Yeah. Or send them to www.restingplace.
Oh no.
And y'all gonna need therapy afterwards.
Y'all need some therapy.
We get you some business court. Y'all gonna need some therapy after this.
Especially if he's saying it ain't his. Y'all gonna need some therapy. So y'all hit up Courtney. Hey y'all, thank y'all so much for tuning into the pod. We appreciate y'all. I want one more time, man. Tickets are free right now. Go ahead and check it out. Curtain Call. Make sure you be a part of it. August 29th, Agape Family Worship Center, Nikeo Music. Last concert, we going crazy. So make sure y'all are in the building. All right, y'all. Look, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Free will offering. We love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Courtney, thank you one more time. Ish, go put some pants on. And I will holler at y'all later.
Pants to make them dance.